All right, what's up, boxing fans? It's Aztec 101. This is going to be my prediction video for Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. This fight is tomorrow. It's going to be for the WBA World Lightweight title. Both of these guys are coming in undefeated. Both of them are southpaw. Gervonta Davis, he's got 29 wins. 27 of those wins are by KO. Frank Martin has 18 wins, and 12 of those wins are by KO. Now, since this fight was announced up until today, I thought that this fight was potentially a 50-50 fight. But preparing for the prediction video, going through Frank Martin's resume, something told me to wait until the weigh-in. And thank God I did, because it's going to affect the way that I look at this fight. One thing I noticed looking through his resume was that it reminded me that Frank Martin sometimes fights at 140 and then sometimes goes back down and fights at 135 and then moves back up after a couple fights at 135 and goes back to 140. And I didn't like the way Frank Martin looked today, man. He looks like a guy that is struggling to make 135. He made the weight. But he looked dried up. So I'm questioning his punch resistance. I know he's got 24 hours to rehydrate, but what I'm worried about is, what is his punch resistance going to be after the 6th round? After he's, sweated out all the water that he just consumed to rehydrate. I have a feeling that I'm going to be short with this one. I think that Gervonta Davis is going to win by KO after the 6th round, and I'm going to explain why. Gervonta Davis has, since he moved up to lightweight, ever since he fought Gamboa, from that fight, so you can start with that fight, up until now, all the knockouts come after the 6th round. So, I think that Frank Martin will be safe, potentially, maybe, for the first 6 rounds. But after that, that's where I'm putting my money that the knockout's going to happen. And I think there's a knockout because of the way Frank Martin looked. I would love to be able to give you guys my original prediction video, which is what I was preparing for. I was hoping that Frank Martin was going to come in and look solid the way he usually does at weigh-ins, because that prediction video would have been a lot more 50-50. But after seeing what I saw, I'm going, no, there's no way. He's not going to be able to resist. His punch resistance is going to be affected. I feel like Gervonta Davis' pressure, his power, the amount of energy he's going to have to exert to survive in that fight, I don't think he's going to be able to do it, in my opinion. I might be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I like Frank Martin. He's a great fighter. This would be completely different if the fight was at 140. Obviously, he belongs at 140. Now, the slight chance that Frank Martin has would be fight a perfect fight for the whole 12 rounds and do not get tired, which is it's a lot to ask for. I don't think that Frank Martin has the punch output to outwork Davis. And then again, I also don't think that. I'm hoping that for Frank Martin's sake, this becomes a boxing match, unless of a fight. Because both of these guys are somewhat of a counterpuncher. Davis is for sure an elite level counterpuncher, 100%. Gervonta Davis is an elite level counterpuncher. Frank Martin is a counterpuncher, a really good one. I don't know about elite. We're going to find out. But when two counterpunchers tend to fight, it's always a battle on who's going to attack first. So this is just, it depends. It depends on who's going to lead in this fight, who's going to lead in this dance. Regardless, I think that Gervonta Davis wins. That's my opinion. You guys leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Who do you have winning in this fight? Like and subscribe. This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.